Okay.
We'll continue on with the finance. We have 8A, a motion to pay the bills. May we hear the bill list, please?
General fund, $103,787.69. Street lighting fund, $5,636.09. Library fund, $4,264.89. Recreation fund, $2,051.93. Street fund, $2,409.45. State highway fund, $2,120.62. Borough Gadola, $6,536.95. Borough Jones, $618.24. Borough Ace Pice, $1,517.82. Capital Reserve Fund, $5,056.32. A total of $135,436.08.
For the bill list, may I have a motion to pay the bills?
So moved. Second that.
Questions or comments on the bills? Have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 8B. I'm sorry, before we go to 8B, I just want to make mention, we did receive the report, the sanitation delinquency report. Just for the public's knowledge, there is $575,526.19 in sanitation arrears. It'd be okay if we could have some more people pay their sanitation bills. All All right, next, 8B, motion to approve payment in the amount of $12,000 to the Morrisville Fire Company as final payment per the fire fund as of 12/31/15.
So moved. Second.
I think it was Fred and Todd.
Todd? Yeah.
Questions or comments on the motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next is 8C, a motion to approve payment in the amount of $8,000 to the Morrisville Ambulance Squad as final payment per the EMS fund as of 12/31/15.
So moved. Second.
I'm not sure who the second was.
Go ahead, give it to Fred.
Questions
Who
or
was the
comments?
first?
Ted.
Questions or comments on this motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. We are removing 8D until further notice. So we'll move on to 8E, a motion to approve the 2016 salary schedule.
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments on the motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
No.
No. Ms. Smith.
No.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 6-2. Next, 8F, a motion to approve the 2016 fee schedule. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments on the fee schedule? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
No.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 7-1. No vote being Todd Sanford. Next, we have 8G, a motion to approve the 2016 borough holiday schedule. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Was that Todd again, or Jeff?
Yeah.
Was that Ted?
Okay.
Sorry.
Ted Alliance.
Any questions or comments on this motion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 8H, motion to approve the 2016 library holiday schedule. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Fred Kerner
Second.
and
Yep.
Jeff.
Sounds.
Questions or comments on this motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 8I, is a motion to approve an ordinance amending Chapter 65 of the Morrisville Borough Code to eliminate the residency requirement for the borough manager and to eliminate the specific amount in which the borough manager must be bonded.
So moved. Second.
That's Jeff and Ted. Questions or comments on this motion? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 8J, a motion to approve $1,400 contribution to the Morrisville Senior Service Center per the 2015 budget.
So moved. Second.
Jeff and
Somebody else can have it.
questions or comments on this motion?
Yeah, we're quoting the 2015 amount, and why is that when we're going to the 2016 schedule?
Because we still owe them the $1,400 that we approved for the 2015 budget.
They never took the money.
Oh, okay. And because this year it's, I guess, tentative if they're going to be still open, because it's up to 3,000 for them, correct?
Right, that
If
was
they
2016.
get accredited.
Well, that's what I'm asking them. Correct?
We haven't passed our budget yet, so.
Right, okay.
I believe there's $3,000 in for the 2016 budget.
This is for this year.
They get their credit.
Right, but they're accredited and have a location. They are accredited senior center
Right,
until the end of the year.
right, okay.
Okay. So the motion was made by Jeff, seconded by Todd. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes,
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 8K. It's a motion to approve the first choice bank resolution for the purpose of investing the remaining funds from Williamson Park Trust account into a certificate of deposit for a 2-year term.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments on the motion? As everyone knows, there were remaining money from Williamson Park. Our treasurer has negotiated a percent with the First Choice Bank. And so the resolution that's being signed is not signed by us, it's signed by our treasurer. And the roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
yes,
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, under new business, 10A, a motion to approve a resolution to appoint Lopez Tilidoso and Larkin LLC as Morrisville Borough Auditor.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Who is
Ms.
this?
Victor. Ms. Victor.
Becky.
Questions or comments on this motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
yes,
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10B, a motion to approve a resolution which will support the legalization of medical cannabis for medical uses and forward the resolution to Senator Fulmer, who sponsored Senate Bill 3.
So moved. Second.
Fred and questions or comments on this motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
yes,
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10C under appointments. We have an Environmental Advisory Council, 1 3-year appointment to expire on 12/21/18. This is Bill Setzer's term, which expires today, and he has shown some interest and has forwarded a letter to us.
I would nominate Bill Setzer for that role.
second,
Okay. That was Debbie?
yes,
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Have a roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
And Ms. Smith.
yes,
And Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Thank you, Bill, for past and future. Next, number 2, Environmental Advisory Council, 1 3-year appointment to expire 12/21/18. This is Janet Ravella's term, which expires today, and she has put in a letter of interest for this position. May I have a nomination, please?
I will nominate Janet Ravello.
second,
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
yes,
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Thank you, Janet, for past and future. Number 3, Economic Development Corporation, 1 3-year appointment to expire on 12/21/18. This is to fill a vacant position that currently exists.
I'd like to nominate Janet Ravello for this as well.
I'd like to second that.
Okay? That was, I think, Fred and Ted, right?
Correct.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there there any other nominations? We have a roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mrs. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. You're welcome. Next, under number 10C4, Library Board, 1 3-year appointment to expire 12/21/18. This is to fill a vacant position. We did receive a letter from a Rachel Muckin.
I'd like to nominate Rachel Muckin.
I'll second that.
Okay, that was Fred and Corinne. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Have a roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
And Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10D, it's a motion to hire a full-time police officer based on the recommendation of the Civil Service Commission, adhering to all test requirements, rules, and regulations.
So moved.
Second.
Jeff, I don't know if that was a Corinne or Ted.
Give it to
Corinne.
Okay.
This side says.
We did receive a letter, it's in your packet this evening. This is from our Chief McClay. I respectfully submit that Christopher Reardon has completed and met all requirements, including background check, to be a Morrisville police officer. Any other questions on this motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Officer Reardon has really become somewhat of a popular rock star at the high school. And he's done a great job, and really pleased to have him work.
Anybody know what he looks like?
Well, I do.
And it probably does.
I do.
Some people do. Next, we have 10E. Motion to approve a resolution honoring and commending councilperson's years of service and dedication to the Borough of Morrisville.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Fred and Corinne. Questions or comments on this motion?
I don't have it down here.
No one, I was telling you, no one has it. It's supposed to be in the lights, it's right there. It did come in Friday's packet.
Yes.
I'm looking for it.
I just handed it down.
This one.
You want it? A resolution honoring, commending councilperson's years of service and dedication to the Borough of Morrisville. Whereas it is essential that councilpersons be active and involved leaders of the community who serve with distinction and dignified reserve, and whereas a councilperson's position requires dedication, time, patience, and sacrifices by oneself and their families, and whereas a councilperson must promote and protect the well-being of its citizens, and whereas councilpersons also hold positions on various council boards, and whereas we wish to extend our gratitude and appreciation, and there now therefore be resolved that the Morrisville Borough Council recognize and commend all those who have served in the past and those who will no longer be serving, specifically Nancy Sherlock and Jeff Johnson, and those who will continue to serve in the future. Adopted this day, 21st December 2015, and will be signed by Nancy Sherlock, our mayor, and our borough secretary, Tom Bates.
Thank you, Debbie. Any questions or comments on this motion? Roll call.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronicle.
Yes.
Mr. Parker. Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Just a couple of announcements. There was a new law, some may be familiar with it, it was State Rep Frank Ferry had introduced it, and it was regarding our fire and EMS community being able to have the routes out to collect at the corners.
Can't hear.
Okay, it's for the, our fire and EMS companies are able to stand on corners now and collect with their goods. They could not do that before. It's Act 57, and it was supposed to take effect 60 days, but I think the 60 days started in the middle of November. So I'm sure when the weather breaks, they may be out there. If I could indulge everyone for just 3 minutes of your time, please. And I'd like to say that I appreciated the two distinguished people who came here this evening to present me with an award that was, it was very special. I am sad that I'm no longer serving a borough as a council person, but I will continue to serve in many other activities. I'd like to thank my family, friends, colleagues who worked with me along the way. And because nothing is done as an individual. There are always lessons to learn and guidance along the way. But I would like to say that just want to mention a few things that happened during these 24 years of service, and in no significant order. The Olympic torch that came through the center of town, the Hands Across America. We received over $1 million of CBDG grants, project money over the years for improvement in town. We had successful concerts in the park for many years, including the one that headlined the Brubeck Brothers Quartet. The addition of the Comfort Inn into a once abandoned area. The Bridge Street Curb and Sidewalk Project, thanks to compact grant money from the Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission. The hiring of a new police chief. The addition of a riverfront preserve. The addition of the Morrisville Dog Park. The partnership with landmark towns and the connections that we keep in order to maintain the canal as an asset to our community. The sale of the justice system, or justice building, to the county, which we could no longer afford. The addition of the farmers market, but it was at the cost of our local Acme grocery store. The Johnson Controls project, which provided a much needed upgrade to the borough's facilities, and new LED streetlights throughout the entire borough, using no tax dollars. A successful $1 million street paving project paid for by the generous taxpayers. The addition of the beautiful Casey building, but at the cost of a longtime family business, and that was a House Hardware. The opening of a very successful community theater, Actors Net, which has since grown into a county and a multi-state destination. And the merging of two dedicated fire companies into one very vibrant company that has provided the borough with a beautiful new firehouse. But some of the events that have challenged us along the way are the closing of Dunn's, which is still vacant, the closing of Socotronics, which is still vacant, two serious floods that caused us to lose one of the pools of the park, and then later having the closing of the Morrisville pools. The closing of the longtime Foos Family Market and also Eastern Appliances on West Bridge Street, a possible closing of the Senior Center, and the closing of Manor Park and Emma schools. All these events are both good and bad, part of living in town, in a small town. Our financial means are hindered by the lack of significant business and industrial base, yet being a small town affords us the pleasure of holding more intimate events. The quality of life begins with respect for our neighbors and pride in our properties, and continued divisiveness will only manage to stymie any results. Negative postings have managed to separate and destroy the character of the community. I am hoping that the future holds positive results for this borough, and best of luck to the 2016 council. Peace. So, thank you again. It's been my pleasure and my honor to serve for many years, and I wish new members the best. I would like to say that there are some things that I guess our future borough manager will be following up on. These are things that we haven't completed yet, and that's we have to have another follow-up letter to the Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission about extending the fence or removing their fence, and we can extend the fence along Delmore Avenue. And then Act 90, I know that that's something that we're hoping to move forward with. We're supposed to redo the crosswalks downtown. I know that was something Stuart had talked about. We still have to install that sign. The historic marker, I have spoken to Delaware River Joint Toll Bridge Commission, and they seem to be extremely willing to put it on the grassy knoll area as you come off the ramp, which would be much more appropriate than inside the fence of Toll Brothers. And I know that website changes were supposed to happen about 6 months ago. I'm hoping that that's going to be something that we move forward with. And then continued improvements in the park, which I know our mayor mentioned, and a museum case for the lobby. This is something, when they were cleaning out the basement, there were a few items that were from long time ago, 60s, 70s, 80s, and the thought was to put a small case in the lobby just to highlight some of our past history. So I'm certainly hoping that happens too. Thank you for your time. Anyone else this evening?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to thank everybody in Morrisville for putting your trust in me for the last 4 years. It's been an experience. I will take it with me and embolden this town with it. Morrisville is a great town. We can improve on it. I'd just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and peace. Thank you.
Thanks to both of you. Thanks to both of you. It was an honor to serve with both of you.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure to serve
And
with you.
I'm very pleased that Jeff got an applause.
That was for you too.
Thank you. Jeff, you know, we may miss each other up on the dais, but we'll still be able to be around town. I forgot to mention, thank you to all those that were involved in the Winterfest parade. That include our emergency services as well as the school, Century 21, and all those participants. And the great turn, probably one of the best turnouts we've had that was here that evening. So I think the weather might have helped us with that, though. Anyone else? Anything else? We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Second.
And please stay, council, please stay for a picture with Anna. Also, for the public's knowledge, we probably will be having a meeting next month, a special meeting.
Next month?
Next week. Next week. Next week. Yeah, not next month, I won't be here.
We didn't vote on adjourning though.
We didn't vote on it yet. I just want to make that announcement.
No,
All those in
said aye.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You made a motion.
Motion carries 8-0. It is 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Well. Was I done? My dad is Frederick Alphonse.
Why is it here?
Because she had blown her nose in the back of the box. She was either sad or had allergies. And either one could come back and see me overcome.
Whatever. I'm more comfortable in the audience, we know that. Or the corner. I'm very comfortable in that. Well, I'm always like to go down the youngest of 7 kids, so I'm very comfortable. Growing up always made a joke, our youngest is 7 kids. And no, I was always in the group. I was always the one who just like watched when everybody else got in trouble.
Anybody die?
Yeah.